All right, you all got me on one, and especially Edward Anderson. I blame you. I blame you, you buttermilk toast, light skin supremacist. Nah, shout out to Edward Anderson. I mean, he actually brought up something, and he actually brings up a lot of stuff using me as a case example. And you know what, little? I'm coming for you. I'm coming. You gotta catch up, what? Because I'm coming. No, I'm just kidding, bro. No, shout out to him, and shout out to him for using me as a case example. And now I know how it feels like to be the light-skinned chick in the club. Thank you, man. Look, a lot of times when he brings up examples on how a lot of BMs need to operate when it comes to BWs and their lack of respect of authority on their name, he uses me as an example. And he will do this without me putting a comment in the comment section. Just me just listening. Was it ghost listening, as they say? But yeah, what he'll say is this. All right, people like XanatosClutch, right? All right, whatever. He, instead of doing all this stuff, instead of trying to talk to the women, instead of doing all this, trying to negotiate with women who don't like him, he just left. He just bounced out of there. He just said, ding, and just kept it pushing. Dude. And that's what I've been trying to tell all of you. You don't gotta bitch, you don't gotta beg, you don't gotta plead. Shh. You don't have to be high value. You don't have to negotiate. You don't have to trick. You don't have to swag it up. You don't have to have game and all this other silly nonsense in order to have some dignity and some company. Yes. Believe it or not. A lot of you don't believe it because, man, where are your receipts at? You aren't out in the field. You aren't out in the club. You ain't out. Okay. All right. All right, you guys. All right. He laughs last best. Whatever. You know what? A lot of you guys out there really don't believe me because unlike some individuals who have all these graphics in the background of just stuff shooting out of their lasers and lasers shooting lasers and just a bunch of broads twerking, the same broads you complain about, but they have green screens of chicks twerking in the background or just chicks in bikinis in third world countries that you're getting for a fire sale for a tenth of what you would have to pay here. You don't believe me because I don't have that, huh? I don't have it. Well, guess what? You know what else I don't have? I don't have an empty wallet. I don't have a frustration that can go for 8 hours long. I don't have a need to worry about some BWs who didn't choose me in high school or who thought I didn't have swag or thought it was like, I don't have those problems. And you shouldn't either. Which is what is leading to part 2 of this. If you want to get back at the BW so bad, oh, I get it. They messed with all of us. They took all of our toys and gave it to Pookie and them. They took all our lunch money and gave it to Man and Lil Twin. They took what should have been your virginity and gave it to Brad and Chad. I get it. All right, fine. Tell us something we don't know. Yes. I'll concur with what you guys say. I'll believe it. But you want to get back at BW so bad? Well, make them. And I may be repeating something that I said before, but I'm doing this for a reason. Make your presence known through your absence, and make success your vengeance. I'm telling you guys, vengeance is best served sweet. And you don't have to be in Southeast. You don't have to be. You don't have to dwell there. You don't have to worry about the women there. You don't have to worry. No. Yeah, look, why are we worried about these chicks at this point of the game? Yes, a lot of you all didn't get your submission in 2020. Beer flu didn't work for you. It didn't work for a lot of people. I mean, I guess it worked for some people. But yeah. It didn't work for a lot of people, okay? Beer flu didn't make her submit to you. So you know what? Don't pay attention to them. Don't pay them any mind. If they're acting all goofy and twerking on stage and doing all this other kind of stuff, okay, you know what? Ignore them. Because if you aren't giving them any good attention, and a lot of them in their hearts know that you aren't giving them any good attention because they treated you and to an extent me like crap. So, in their case, any attention is better than no attention. But when it comes to guys who give them no attention, oh man, that is when they worry. That is when they fret. And that is when they bet on. No, I'm not going anywhere. Look, I was hearing, I don't know, one of these panels. I don't know whom, but there were a bunch of people who were talking up storm, going yakety yak. Please don't go. We want you back. And you know what? And I'm gonna call her a sister, only for the fact because she spoke truth. She spoke truth to these Bebe's kids, these overgrown Bebe's kids, these mediocre Negroes. And what she said, the only way an American BW or American BWs will respect you as a whole is if you leave. And you should have saw the reaction that these mediocre Negroes had. As a matter of fact, the only reaction that they should have done after she said that was the what, ladies and gentlemen? Get off that now. Or tell her, okay, you know what? Good point. Peace out. Should have shut that door, that virtual door, to the point where she would have felt it. She and her ilk would have felt it. And not her personally, but that is why a lot of these guys fail to get anything through in regard to their desires. They aren't willing to leave. They aren't willing to sacrifice. They aren't willing to put up with the BS of being alone and forgotten because they really think that. And you know what? I don't even think it's that because they don't think that they can't get women outside the race. In some of these cases, some of these guys, yeah. I mean, these guys are Bebe's kids. We know the Bebe's kids and the mush mouth guys who all they have to rely on when it comes to any sort of companionship whatsoever of the opposite gender is the scraggle daggle. But for most of these guys, I think they know that they can get some outside the race, but I think a lot of them realize that either the quality that they'll get is less or that they'll have to pay a higher price for it. There are very few guys who can get an equal price or better deal outside of their race and outside of the community. I won't go into details about that. Actually, you know what? I may do that, but that's going on Patreon. That's instant Patreon money. Like, if you want to know the secrets of that, look, if PUA guys can put all sorts of half-ass secrets on how to get with 4 chicks in a 5-way rotation, 6 days a week, at a 7-star hotel, at an 8th floor penthouse. I don't care. Look, they can do that and charge you an arm and a leg. I can teach you the secrets on how to be more valuable outside the community. But you're going to have to pay for it. I'm sorry. But yeah, as far as getting vengeance on the BW, if you want vengeance so bad on the BW, don't mind her. Don't pay any attention. Treat her like a kid, since a lot of you all claim that she's immature and that her growth was stunted when she laid eyes on the first Pookie and little Nook and little Man at the playground. I mean, isn't that the theory? Isn't that what a lot of people here are saying? It's like, man, look, man, I gave her flowers and candies and all sorts of goodies, but Pookie got it for free. Little dude got it for free. Little stink got it for free. I don't want to. Look, okay, he got it for free. Go where you can get it for free, or at the very least, go where you can get it for a fair value. But you guys don't even want to do that. It's the 8-hour hangout panels. It's the whining, it's the complaining. You know, if it was 8 hours a game, a real game, not spitting game, you'll be away, you'll No, I'm not talking about that. If it was real hours, real hours of game, I wouldn't have a damn thing to say. But no, or even if it was 8 hours of, just entertainment and roasting, I still wouldn't have anything to say. But 8 hours of whining and bitching. Enough's enough.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Look, that's your, there you go. I've stated it multiple times in my videos, but I guess I just gotta state it bluntly. You wanna get back at the BW? Become a man that she regrets not getting with in the first place. Make her regret betting on the wrong horse. Improve yourself. Work on yourself. Even if it's to just say, in your mind, in your head, nah, boo-boo. I'm not saying do that literally and all this sort of goofy nonsense. And no, don't be those 8-hour hangout panel guys. I mean, I don't hate them, but I definitely pity them. You know, I mean, I pity the fool. And a lot of those guys are fools. I mean, they're acting like fools. They aren't bad guys, but they're definitely part of the Goof Troop squad with the way they're operating. And it's not a good look. But nonetheless, look, what they're doing, and I think half of what they're doing, because they don't want to get with you anyway. I mean, if they did, then why haven't you had a barrage of Kevin's lovely ladies descend on certain parts of YouTube, even if it's wolf in sheep's clothing, in order to seduce these men? So a lot of these women don't even want the dudes in the first place. They don't want them. They never wanted them. And if they decide to want them, it's for your super chats and your Cashapps and your... Let's just say Her Majesty avatars are still making as much money as ever. Shout out to her. I'm not snitching. No snitching. I'm just saying. Oh, there you go. No snitching. Just saying. There you go. No snitching. Just saying. Look, if any of you ever say some real truth and at risk of really exposing some people, just say, no snitching, just saying. And that's also the thing I've noticed. A lot of these guys who say they want vengeance will fall right back in their blue pill ways when they see a chick show them some sort of common courtesy. It doesn't have to even be any choosing signals or any indication that they want snoo from you, or they want to give you snoo. Just common courtesy. Is it that bad? Is it that bad in the community? The point is this. You want to get back at these women? Be the best you can be. Not to join her army, or even Becky's army. But be the best you can be, so that when the women look back, they'll be like, damn, let him get away. Damn, I shouldn't have dogged him out in middle high school. Damn, I should let him have the first hit of snoo. No, man, because at the very least, I mean, even for women who, chose up on you, all right? They chose up on you middle high school and college, and even though you break up and drift apart, usually, unless you're one of these PUA guys who are, I'm pumping Tom, you're full of dirt, you can't make a good but you're full of dirt. And it's one of those clowns. You'll have good and decent ground in which you'll be able to, have some sort of communication. And it's one thing getting with someone or looking back at someone who you actually had relationships with, but just drifted apart because of life. And then just, come back and like, hey, what are you up to? Hey, I haven't seen you in a long time. That's different versus someone who, you dragged them out the frame in freaking 9th grade. Really, woman? Really? I don't care if you're 15 or 16. No excuse. No excuse. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have nuclear rejected him. I'm talking to ladies, actually. You shouldn't have nuclear rejected him. You shouldn't have cheated on him with his best friend or one of the athletes. You shouldn't have done that. You know what you were doing. Stop it. Get some help. I'm done with this video.